Yo, what's going on, guys? So today is the You Season 2 review.
Yeah, season 2 review.
Just straight off the bat, this is my favorite season. I've now seen all three of them. This is my favorite.
Yeah, and I mean, this might be my favorite season. I have like a special place in my heart for season 1. But if I'm being realistic, if I'm being unbiased, then I probably will say this is the best season because it has the option like the you part of like finding a girl that he loves to love and everything. But it has the most storylines and
It has
not
a
too
little
many.
twist.
It has a one of the best twists of any of my favorite shows, bro. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I mean, you guys just watched it, like,
Yeah.
that you get like super shocked when it happened.
Well, you kind of told me, so I was expecting something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my bad.
it's
I
not.
said like, oh, there's a twist.
Yeah, so I was
Were you
expecting
still, like,
something. But I
surprised
was
that it was
shocked.
that?
I didn't expect that.
Hey guys, quickly before we start, I just want to say that this video contains spoilers.
So, just off the top, it starts off with Joe in New York. I mean, no, it doesn't. It starts off with Joe in LA. We're continuing the Candace storyline,
Yeah.
which continued from the first season. And I'm just say this, bro. Candace, the most annoying character, bro. I could not wait for her to die.
But and it's funny because she did get done wrong. Like her
Yeah.
life was ruined by Joe.
So yeah, he tries to leave to LA to get away from her, and he starts a new life.
We also got introduced to the new love interest in Love. And out of all the love interest in the whole show, she's probably my favorite. You know, I really like her personality. I like her relationship and chemistry with Joe. And I just really like both of them together.
But we already see that he's back to the usual.
It's funny because he was like, oh, this time I'm not gonna let anything happen. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to become a better person. But then you immediately realize he moved to that place because he knew she was there. Like he was already stalking her from the beginning.
Yeah.
It makes you think, oh look, you know, he's actually not wanting to be with love, but he but he does
Yeah.
want to. And you kind of realize that this man, like, he enjoys doing that, like stalking. Like
Yeah.
it's not even just about being with the girl. It's about like,
He likes the chase.
the chase.
Yeah,
The chase.
yeah,
He
yeah.
likes to chase more than the girl sometimes.
Yeah, and the first thing he does is kidnap someone. He's there. The first thing he does is kidnap someone, and steal their identity. What's different about it is that he's with Love, but it's kind of the opposite. At first, in the first season, Beck didn't want to be with him, but in this season, he doesn't. He's the one that doesn't really want to be with Love because he doesn't want things to come in between them.
And I think it's interesting when you're looking at the season, knowing the ending, knowing how Love is,
Mhm.
you kind of realize why Love wanted Joe. Because at first you're like, why is Love pushing her so hard to be with him? Like she was pushing him hard. Like
Yeah.
she was getting upset that he didn't want to be with her. And you kind of realize like Love has the same obsessive way of being with somebody.
Yeah,
So I think it was like I watched it recently and you watched it recently and we're looking at it from two different points of view. And I would say the show has some great rewatchability.
yeah,
And I wouldn't expect that because, you know, like in this type of shows that a lot of it is the intrigue of what's going to happen. The show doesn't need to be greatly rewatchable, but I think it adds to it if it is. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
something that we can say about the show.
How do you feel about the characters? You know, Joe's basically the same. He's a little bit more mature, but at the end of the day, his instincts kick in. We also know more about him.
I do like him more this season for sure. Like
Yeah.
in the first season, he was more like just straight up like kind of like a bad person.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
But now we understand that it was more like his childhood, which makes that's normal. I feel like that happens to a lot of people.
But I definitely think that the season had more good characters. Like 40, I think he was a great character, especially what happens towards the end.
I felt like he was annoying at first, but then you got like into him. You understand that he's like damaged.
You realize
know what
that
I'm
this man got like done horrible.
Yeah.
Like, he pretty much he's living with the thought that he killed somebody, even though he did it. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
insane. Like having that put on you, and but this man was getting like taken advantage of by a woman, and then he like I was saying, like he thinks that he killed her, which is horrible. And then his parents, like those people are horrible. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mom is bad, the dad is bad, and Love, like we don't really like it. Always makes it seem like throughout the whole season that 40's treated like he's this crazy guy,
Yeah.
and yeah, he does do like bad things. But Love is treated as this perfect person, and we realize that it's kind of the opposite. 40's
Yeah.
the one that's sane.
Yeah.
And then
That's
other
crazy.
characters like Delilah, great character. I loved her, and Ellie as well.
No, again, we see that for whatever reason, Joe has like, and I don't think we know why, but Joe has kind of like parental instincts. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I mean we don't know why because of the way he was raised.
Oh, because he didn't have a father.
Because the same way that in season 3, not getting into too much about ourselves, that he has a baby, he says, I cannot leave this baby by himself.
Yeah.
I can't have this baby live through the sentence that I did.
I get you.
So that's why he sees Ellie like being not taken care of. He's like, no, I can't let this happen.
And Delilah's a cool character too. That's like just like a little bit of a side interest, but we also explore her a little bit. You know, we don't see too much of that. Would you say that her story was too extra? Like it was just like added on for no reason, or would you say it added to the story, the overall story?
I think it added to a story because the Henderson thing, he was connected to 40 and it was also part of the Joe, like trying to do good things. 'Cause he did all of this. He was like, I gotta take down Henderson to prove that I'm a good man for love.
Yeah.
Because this whole season, it was Joe trying to prove him to himself, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not gonna let this something happen again. I think the season really picked up when Candace pulled up.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Seeing that back and forth, how Candace was kind of pulling in Joe and Joe.
Yeah.
You know, without being a killer, but you know, she changed her name, changed her identity. And it was funny seeing them like how to interact with each other, with how weird it is between them. And you kind of see that even Candace, like, I think she started to like 40 a little bit. Like, she kind of felt sad when 40 didn't believe her.
I mean, I feel like she felt bad because she obviously knew that Joe was a monster, right? She didn't understand that Love was a monster too, but she knew that she just wanted to make sure that 40 and Love were okay, and like the entire family.
I guess let's just talk about the twist. The twist I love is actually the killer himself.
Yeah, that was crazy, but I'm telling you, like, I didn't expect that either, and it was just sort of like I was like, damn, like, who killed Delilah? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then we found out it was her, and we see that she's damaged. She's just as damaged as Joe. The interesting part about that is, like, Joe doesn't like that, which is crazy, right? Because you would think they were perfect for each other.
I think that Delilah was the saddest death about everybody, because that's the person that died. That I'm like, dang, like, I should care about.
She didn't deserve to die either.
Didn't deserve at all. But Delilah didn't do anything wrong. And I felt bad for Joe, thinking that, oh damn, it was me. Like, you know, and you see him realize, like, I'm a bad person. Like, he was ready to give up to get sent to jail, just, you know, live the rest of his life caged. But then he sees, oh shoot, it wasn't me. And then when I first watched it, I was upset that he was being so critical of Love, and he has no right to be so critical of her in the sense, like, oh, he shows us bad. But it makes sense that he didn't love her anymore, because that side of him, like, he doesn't like it.
Yeah,
he doesn't actually want to be a bad person.
He does it because he feels like it's the right thing, but he feels like love kills to kill, not because that's really his thinking right there. And we explore that more in season 3, so we won't really get into that much right now.
I feel like we're definitely gonna talk a little bit about the childhood, realizing why he became this type of person. Like, the mom was horrible. The mom put him in the worst situation possible. You see how much he loved her, and he would always be like, oh, that you're all that matter to me, you're my home. And then the mom was like, yeah, but then she would be like having sex with the guys, bringing him back to the same guy that was beating her up and abusing him.
Yeah.
And then the fact that she showed him the gun, like, and she showed him the gun, and then she was like surprised when he shot her. When he shot the guy, but he was stupid. Like, what are you thinking, putting a gun next to a child? That's the thing about Joe, that he was saying, it's not killing for just to kill. He's not, it's like a psychopath just to be a psychopath. There's a lot of depth to him, so that's why he's such a good character.
Overall, like I said, this is my favorite season. I just love all the characters in it. I probably like every single character in it, which is cool. Yeah. We get to continue exploring the character of Joe. Again, fascinating character.
As it goes settle for the next season, you know, together. That the next season, you know, we're gonna talk about it in the next video.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and peace out.
Peace out.